Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary for those of you that don't know me. Today I'm going to talk about blush. Now you could go into a rabbit hole of things about blush, but we're going to stick to two simple things today, and that is going to be the color of your blush and the placement. As far as like finish and tools and all of the other stuff, that'll be a separate time. But for now we're just going to talk about color of blush and where to place it. First, let's talk placement. You can put your blush in a few different areas. I mean, your cheek's only so big, but it can go in a few different areas, and each area really makes a difference on how your face looks. I'm going to demonstrate 4 different ways that you can put blush on and show you how each one looks different. And with each one I will try a different color so that you can see where it's placed, as well as if you like the shade, etc. Some people don't believe that they are blush people, and that's totally fine. But if you are curious about blush and you want to like it, or you're just not quite sure where to put it and you don't want to look like a little doll, then keep watching. The first place I'm going to put my blush is kind of back here. I'm going to stay about the edge of my eye and up, and I'm going to place it a little bit higher. This is actually where I like to place my blush, and I'm going to use my Nude Lip and Cheek by Seint, and I'm just going to use my blend brush. And I'm going to pat it on here, and again we'll talk about tools another time. So I'm going to just put it right here. Now nude is a very subtle, well, nude color. It's very subtle, and I can put as much as I want on here and get a deeper look. But when I put nude on, again, I'm looking for just a really subtle, just bring a little bit of glow to my cheeks, okay? Now, if I bring it down into my contour, I can do that, but it kind of takes away from that shadow. So I'm keeping it above my contour and around my bronzer area, actually. I'm kind of blending it into my bronzing area. So the difference between the two sides is very subtle. This one has some bronzer on it, but you can see it doesn't come past my eye, and it's staying back. So that's nude. The next one I'm going to do is going to be, I'm going to place it a little bit more on the apples of my cheeks. This is where a lot of people will put it, and it works for some people. For that side, I'm going to use a Frenchie lip and cheek. It's more of a matte finish. You can see the difference between the placement here and the placement here. For me, it draws my face down. Now you got to kind of play with your own face to see what you like, how it accentuates your features. If it draws it down too much, you want to bring it up a little bit higher. Okay, I'm going to do 2 other ways. I'll do 2 different colors. I wiped off my other blush, and I just kind of touched up some of the areas that I'd taken the makeup off. Now I'm going to do this is kind of popular right now, and I'm actually not sure how I feel about it. I will do this technique with bronzer, but I've never actually tried it with blush. So this is going to be my first try at that. For this one, I'm going to go in with a baby watermelon lip and cheek. I've had this blush forever, and it's really pretty. I usually use it in the summertime. It's just kind of got that, you know, baby watermelon type. So I'm just going to take it from here across, and this is something that I've seen that's trending with some women with their blush, and let's try it. I'm just doing a very light amount. I don't want to overdo it. I'd rather build than get a huge glob of it and then have to blend it out. All of the lip and cheeks I'm using are cream based, so they are very, very forgiving, and they are very blendable. So even if you do get a bunch, you can definitely blend it out, but just to save you time and effort. This is an all over blush. It kind of gives that youthful, it's kind of pretty. I don't know that I would do it with blush, but I do this technique with bronzer, where I will bring it down my cheeks and then just take a little bit across my nose, just kind of like the sun has kissed me. It looks like I'm just kind of flushed. So that's another technique that you can do with your blush. And again, that's baby watermelon. It's kind of pink, and maybe that would be one I would do with more of a nude color. I don't know. The final blush placement that I'm going to do is going to bring it down through and a little bit inward. Not as far out as I did at the beginning, but just kind of bring it in a little bit onto the apples. For this one, I'm going to be using my Ruby. I'm barely going to just tap that on there, okay? So let's start it. This is a highly pigmented lip and cheek, so a little bit really goes a long way. I've had this ruby for a very long time, like over a year. If you're wondering how long a very long time is. I'm going to blend this part out and put a little bit more right here. So I'm coming about halfway to my eye, kind of in the middle. I've got a little bit of a freckle line right there, so I'm going to actually touch that up. Blend that out a little bit. It's pretty. We're actually going to do 5 ways. Let's bring this one down just a little bit, down lower. And I'm going to use the same color, just for accentuation. And we'll bring this up as well. Now remember, the first place that you put your brush, that is where the majority of the blush is going to sit. So I touched it down here, that's where it's going to sit, okay? That's why you're seeing a lot of that color down there. So this one you can see, if you look at both sides of my face, this one's a little bit more drawn down with this spot, this one's a little bit more lifted up. So I like this technique too. It's close to the very first one I did, but it is pulled in just a little bit more. So I do like this one too. Maybe changing the way I do my blush lately. That is blush placement, blush color, and we can go over some other information about blush in a different video, but those are the different ways that you can apply your blush, and you can tell that each one gives your face a little bit different look. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and if you like this video and it helped, please like and subscribe. That would help me out so much, and have a great day. Thank you.